Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Quick update today about BTC and ETH. In yesterday's video I said that we have a short trading setup, and that is these three highs that we made, a triple high to go above and then lose the level again, and that will be then the short stop loss above the high. As I said in yesterday's video, the way this is setting up right now, I think that this short trade playing out is getting less likely, and I think we're going higher. Well, we are now more than a day further, and you can see the price is holding above this level. That in itself is bullish, and therefore I am looking for higher. Also, I have been entering a long trade based on the idea that we are now reclaiming and holding this level, so I am expecting higher here. Also on Mark Cipher B, it actually started to look pretty good. Let me quickly zoom in here to the 1 hour. You can see that the money flow is still pretty thick in the green. RSI is still looking good. Also, I think on the 4 hour we have printed a red dot, but also here the money flow, you can see actually that it still looks pretty healthy, pretty good. So I am for now expecting a push higher. New York is going to open very soon, probably already during this video. So I am very curious of what's going to happen. I will take this trade if we are getting a clear dump on New York, a back test and then lower, then I would still take this trade. No, it's not an SFP, but then yeah, we have reclaimed the level, lost it again, and then we're just going lower, and then actually I would be targeting all of these lows to be taken out. But again, I actually expect us to go higher. And what is nice to see is that I am also getting extra confirmations that we are going higher because of you guys. Because you guys are pretty bearish, you're pretty negative. I have people unsubscribing because I said we're going higher, and I have people saying that we should dump to the low 100k. And if everyone is bearish, usually that's a pretty good feeding ground for us to go higher. Also, yesterday I said that we have a tremendous shorts building up, so there is a chance of creating a short squeeze to the upside. Targets here, then already lined them up a couple times. 117, there again 118,600, then here we have 119,500, and then we here have 120,500. All possible short trades. So I will not keep mentioning them again, but again, like I said, for now I am looking for higher, and I'm looking to go to one of these levels. What also feeds the idea of going higher is the inflation data that just came out. That is the CPI, and it is exactly as expected, 2.9%, coming off 2.7%. I'm going to be very honest with you. I said in yesterday's video, I would not be surprised if this comes in better than expected. And the reason was because the day before, the PPI data came out slightly better than expected. So therefore, since one is the consumer side and the other one is the producer side, I was hoping that the consumer side will also come in 0.1% better. So I was hoping this to be 2.8% instead of 2.9%, and then markets would absolutely skyrocket. And then there's no question about it anymore. The Fed needs to cut the interest rate. That will happen next week on Monday. Okay. So now you know my local short. If we would dump down and get a back test, I am taking that short trade. Stop loss goes above the high, I'm targeting the lows. But for now I am in a long trade. I expect us to go higher, and I'm talking approximately 117k. Yeah, nothing out of the ordinary here for BTC. Then let's quickly go to ETH, because man oh man, we again tapped that area, tapped that level of 4,482. You can see that this has been a tremendous resistance already for numerous times, and now again on the news you can see that we're tapping and rejecting. I have not been trading ETH at all. This is for me is pure barcoding, pure chop city. I'm not interested in getting into a long. However, I actually think that we are going to break out today. You can see here a pretty strong move here to the upside with these 1 hour candles. You can also see that the money flow is still thick in the green. This actually still looks pretty damn healthy, and also with the idea that if you just keep on pounding on resistance, eventually you're going to break it. The same for support. If you keep on pounding on a support level, eventually you're going to break it, and then usually with force. I am right now in the camp that if we are going to break through, we will most likely not get a retest, because this has been such strong resistance. I think once we break through, we're just going and going and going and going, and I would not be surprised if we're going straight up to this level. There I have my eye on already for a while. 4,685 is a liquidity level right here at the value area high. This could be a super nice target. If I'm seeing something super nice locally right now on New York Open that allows me to get in somewhere here, could be a backtest of daily open, VWAP, PDAQ, I don't care, I will take the trade. It is very, very risky because of course resistance is still resistance until you have reclaimed it and tested as support, but then I'm kind of front running it with the idea that I have a better risk to reward and that we're not getting retest. If that doesn't happen, the price just slowly start to grind higher, and once we start reclaiming this level and I see a good bounce higher on volume and we're holding a 1 or 4 hour above that critical level, let's make it 4,500, then I'm entering the long and we'll just put it 1 or 2% lower and kind of hoping that we're not suddenly getting a dump down that will stop me out, but holding that very critical level 44.82, or like I said, let's make it 4,500 just in case. That for me would be a green light, and then of course the first target would then be that 4,685. But then actually I think we can go very fast to a new all-time high, which is not all too far right here, shy of 5k, because there's not a whole lot of resistance above that level. Would we dump down? I am not interested in any shorts from this level right now. Yes, I could have shorted the backtest here of this level once again, but I didn't because this was the CPI news, not really my kind of trade. But if we would dump down and we're not getting that move to the upside, then I would still be interested in shorting backtest off that very area low and off all of these lows. But that will most likely not happen today. So not only do you need to have a move down, I want to see a clear loss off that value area low and a backtest. So there are quite some conditions. And yeah, most likely, like I said, you will not get it because yeah, you need to have a couple things that need to apply. But I also really want to see that value area low loss, because if we don't and we're just getting this big liquidation wick and then we see a quick buyback, it was nothing more than SFP, and then that short trade just changes into a long trade, and you can just long here, put your stop loss underneath, and again target then or this level right here above. Right, so the way we are coming down, and if we're holding these lows or not, if we're starting to build value underneath the value area low, that is very important, and that will decide for me if I get into a short trade once we lose the level, or if I get a quick buyback, if I will enter the long trade and then ride it to the upside. Everything in between, I'm sorry, but it is complete noise for me. I do not trade anything in here. I'm just letting it chop. I do not have an edge here, and I just do not have a good risk to reward here. But for now, what I'm seeing right here, this looks good and this looks hopeful. So I would not be surprised if today finally we are breaking out and going higher. Guys, if you like the content, please do me a favor, like, subscribe, click on the bell, click on all so you don't miss anything. Leave me a comment and share this video with your friends if you think that is useful. See you guys very, very soon again in the next one. Bye bye.